What's up, guys? It's your boy SwoleDrew coming at you with my second video officially on this channel. And you know what, yeah, I've actually thought about this, and what I want to do for the first couple of videos is basically like a bodybuilding 101 basic type videos, basically just introducing you guys to bodybuilding. And you know what, I want to actually clarify on something. Even though I want to make this into obviously a bodybuilding channel, however, some of the tips and advice that I could give you could be applied to any aspect of fitness that you wanna pursue. So you might not necessarily want to become a bodybuilder, but if you're still into fitness, you can use my advice and obviously apply it. Alright, to get started, first of all, you're going to need to get yourself a gym membership. Now that might sound obvious, but I know there's some people thinking, bro, I can actually do this. Like, you don't need a gym membership to necessarily go for good muscle, which is true if you got the equipment. Now, when I first started off, I actually started off doing this stuff at home. I used to do a lot of body weight training, push-ups, pull-ups. Actually, we had a set of dumbbells that I do still use, but I don't normally use. I haven't really touched it in a while. Now, the thing is, yes, it is possible to build muscle at home, but in the long run, you're gonna need something more. You know, I feel the gym is a good place to really progress, because they got more equipment basically. So get yourself a gym membership. Second thing on the list, you need to set yourself a goal. Now, I actually really have to put emphasis on this, because I've noticed that even some people who've been lifting for a while now, they still don't understand what is it they're setting out to do in this fitness thing. Now, as I said, this is a bodybuilding channel and I bodybuild, so ideally I know what my goals are. But for most people starting out, they don't really specify what their goals are in this thing. And if you don't have a goal, you're gonna get to a point where you don't even know why you're doing it. So you won't stay committed to it. So this is very important. You have to set a goal for yourself. And I can't put enough emphasis on that. You have to set a goal. Set it now, because that will give you like a guidelines in terms of what you need to do for the rest of your journey. And pretty much, yeah. So the goal could be anything from losing weight, for example, right? It could be to gain weight even. Like some people do actually. For example, when I started off at 69 kilos, and now I weigh up at 80 kilos. And I mean, I didn't intend on gaining weight, but when I wanted to get bigger, I did have a weight goal, and that was like one of my goals. So if you're skinny right now and you want to get bigger, that could be an idea. That's kind of like how you should go about doing it, in a sense. But yeah, yeah. What else? Alright, third on the list, you have to give yourself time. Now, I mean times in terms of, okay, you've set your goal now. How long are you going to give yourself to accomplish that goal? Now, that might sound obvious, because one thing I know is with a lot of people, they expect instant results. Now, bodybuilding is a very, very slow process, and you have to understand this right now, because when you get started and you're not seeing results, or you're going through periods where you feel like you're not making any progress, those are the hardest times, and it will be harder for you to stick to it. So you really got to give yourself a time frame when you think, okay, you know what, this is when I'll check my results. Am I meeting my goal? Check back. Okay, for example, set a time frame when you believe that you should have achieved what you set out to, what you intended to achieve. Now, one thing I have to clarify, there are no limits to this thing. So as much as you might set like a 2-year time frame where you think, okay, by the time you're hitting your 2-year gap, you probably hit what you set out to achieve. That will not necessarily be the end for you. You know what I'm saying? You will always want more out of it, and that's the case even with me. When I started off, as I said in my previous video, I just wanted to be hench. Now I feel like I've already attained that goal, and I've actually attained that like a year ago. But now I'm looking to do other things. You don't want to say that. Actually, right now, like, I got bigger goals for myself, and it goes beyond just like lifting now. So essentially, this is what I'm saying. You just gotta set a time frame for when you want to achieve your goals, and make sure you're achieving your goals in those times. Here's the thing: try to refrain from being that guy. You've been lifting for about 2 months and you expect to see instant results. It doesn't work like that. You're gonna have to give yourself a good year or two to really see the results come in, and then compare those 2 years, in 2 years, compare your results then to when you first started, then you will see drastic changes. And you'll be shocked as well, because even me, sometimes when I look at pictures from when I first started to like 6 months in, like there's really gradual changes, very little changes, you don't really see it. But when I look at pictures now and then pictures when I first started, that's when you really see the big difference. You know what I'm saying? So there is no specific moment where you will see changes. It will happen, don't get me wrong, it will happen, but you have to give yourself time, and that's the point I want to make. Okay, last one. Obviously, past all of that stuff, once you do officially get started, and I feel this was very important in terms of how you're going to be doing it. Once you've given yourself a goal, and once you've set the time frame which you're going to achieve your goal, deciding the bodybuilding split. Now, it doesn't actually have to be even bodybuilding split specifically. You can do it just a general fitness split. How you're going to train. And for those of you that don't know, a split is just basically your regime or your routine, how you're going to be doing things in terms of your training. Now, this will come obviously after you've decided what your goal is and you've set your time frame in terms of how long you look to achieve your goal. Now, there are a lot of splits. You can actually find a lot of splits online. You can look up other YouTubers and see what kind of splits they're doing. I will be posting some of my splits that I've done in the past. To be honest, I've done a lot of splits, and that just depends on, like, obviously, like for you guys, it will depend on how your other aspects of your life, what you're doing in terms of work, school, and other stuff. So yeah, decided to split. I'll make another video to kind of expand on that a little bit, and I'll kind of like come as part of this little mini series I'm doing. So yeah, decided to split, and yeah, from there just built. And the most important thing I'd actually say is you gotta stay committed to this thing. You can't half-heart this thing. You know what I'm saying? If you want amazing results, you're gonna have to go ham, and that's just the basic truth about this. You're gonna have to commit yourself to it. You know what I'm saying? Stay consistent. You might fall off here and there, but you have to stay consistent, and there's no way to bullshit that. Like, that's literally how you make results with this thing. Like with anything, if you stay consistent with it, you're gonna make results, and that's just a basic truth. But alright, yes guys, that's pretty much it. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram. It's at SwoleDrew, Soul_Drew. Sorry about that. Yeah, comment, share, and yeah, peace.
Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always repping. Oh my God, my whole life, my words been my greatest weapon. I know I